Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be basically comparing some minimalist moisturizers that are more newer. I say newer in air quotes because these are actually not new products at all. So let me kind of take you through my journey with minimalist moisturizers before we dive into the reviews. So to summarize my experience, the first minimalist moisturizer that I ever launched was the Oat moisturizer that comes in the tub packaging, and that particular one was something that I did not like instantly. I was really hoping that I would, but the texture just did not feel very nice on my skin, and eventually over time I felt like my skin was not comfortable in it at all, and it did kind of break out. Like, I started getting bumps on my skin, which is when I knew that okay, this is just not gonna work out for me. So I did eventually end up decluttering it. But later on, when they launched 4 more new moisturizers actually, so they came out with 2 which are in the tube packaging, and then they also came out with 2 which are in the pump bottle, the airless pump bottle packaging. So I was like, okay, all of these look really amazing, really nice, and I want to try them out. So when I ended up like trying them out, I noticed that again my experience was not the best per se. One that I was actually very excited about is the one that comes in the airless packaging, but the one I got is the one that's meant for dry skin. Now I don't exactly remember the perfect names of every single product, but I will make sure to leave whatever product I'm talking about, the actual name of it, that you can find it by right here on the screen. So the one that's meant for dry skin, which comes in the airless pump packaging, that one felt really nice. I was a little bit disappointed with the quantity, if I'm going to be completely honest, but I do think that ever since then, when they first launched it, they have now reformulated and repackaged, and don't quote me on this, but I think they have now come out with it in a bigger size, so you get more quantity and a good bang for your buck. I don't know how much the price has increased ever since then, but in terms of the actual product and the way it performed on my skin, I did find like a similar thing going on where it did kind of break me out. I used it for a couple of days and it just did not work for me. I don't know if all the minimalist moisturizers have some kind of primary ingredient in them which doesn't typically tend to work for my skin, but yeah, that moisturizer did not work out for me, and just because I was kind of scared after that experience, I didn't get the oily skin version of the same airless pump packaging. But when I tried the ones in the tube packaging, again there is one that is the Marula moisturizer, which is supposedly meant for normal to dry skin, and then there is also another moisturizer that is meant for oily skin. Now the tube moisturizer that is meant for oily skin, I had a very different experience with. This one was almost not enough for me per se in terms of hydration and moisturization. So this particular product has also gone through a couple of reformulations, which is why I don't know how the one that is currently in the market performs. But the variant that I got for myself kind of felt like a very thin consistency, kind of similar to the Deconstruct Skincare NMF moisturizer, but that one is like a barrier balm, slightly feels occlusive, and like it will protect your skin and kind of be like a layer on your skin, which is going to keep all the moisturization and hydration inside. This particular one is a little bit thinner in terms of the consistency, but it's still just like sits as a layer on top of your skin. It doesn't get absorbed or penetrate into the skin, and that to me feels really weird. So I used it, I guess, for a while, but then I didn't like it, so I ended up decluttering it to my mom, and she was like, this is not really helping my skin. I mean, it just feels weird. So basically my experience and her experience was the same. It did not work out for any of us, but I think she ended up using it. Like, my mom's really smart in terms of these things, is that she will repurpose products. If something doesn't work in one specific way, then she'll use it another way. So she's really like tactful, and like she uses products up well quite a bit in terms of like trying out different things and just making things work for her. But yeah, for me this particular product just did not work at all. And last but not the least, talking about the Marula moisturizer, this particular one was something that again I kind of went with a seesaw, and I feel like, if I'm going to be honest, the reason this video took this long for me to film and post, and throughout my testing process, like the process of testing on the product was so long, and this video got delayed because of the Marula moisturizer. So when I first got the Marula moisturizer, I was very excited because I love the texture, I love how lightweight it is. Kind of reminds me of the Put Simply moisturizer, or the Water Dam one, or the Barrier Relief moisturizer by the Formula RX. I kind of forgot that name for a second, but yeah, the Marula moisturizer from the Minimalist kind of feels similar to all of these different products, where it's a little light cream consistency. It's not a lotion, it's definitely a cream. It's very nice lightweight cream and feels really amazing on the skin. You can use it in the morning or at night, but when I first started trying this product out, I did experience some breakouts, and I believe that those breakouts were because of some other reason. But back then I was like, okay, every single Minimalist moisturizer either breaks my skin out or doesn't work for me. So I just instantaneously felt like this was also causing breakouts for me, which was why I basically stopped using it. And ever since then, I introduced various different products in my skincare routine, continued using them. I just did not know how to figure out and when to figure out if the Marula moisturizer was the reason I was breaking out or not. So I put it on a break for a long time, and every single time I would think that, okay, let me bring this back out and start testing it out. I would either, you know, be on my period, or my period was due in some time. So I would always be like, okay, it just doesn't feel like it's the right time at all. So it kept pushing, and then finally a couple of weeks ago, I had just finished my period, and I was like, okay, now is the time, now let's try it out, because obviously it's going to take a while till my next period, right? So might as well, now is the time, we have a couple of weeks, let's try this product out. And I had a little bit left in my tube, so I was like, okay, let's use this, let's try it out. And you guys, I used it as a nighttime moisturizer for I believe a week or 10 days, and it was amazing. It's a beautiful product, did not break me out at all, and it was just amazing. So yeah, I can finally tell you that if there is one moisturizer from the Minimalist that does work for my skin and that I would recommend, and that I might even consider even repurchasing this product, it would definitely be the Marula moisturizer from the Minimalist. So yeah, this is one that I had a really great experience with, and I'm very happy to tell you. So that's why I wanted to save like the best for the last. But yes, those are my thoughts and opinions on all the Minimalist moisturizers which I've tried out, and I just feel so amazing to finally sit down and film this video, because I know in the back of my mind how much I have pushed this video like forward, you know, either procrastinating the filming process, or just not being like, I just didn't feel confident to do this video without thoroughly testing out the Marula moisturizer. So yes, I'm really happy to be sitting here down and filming this video with you guys, for you guys, not with you guys, but for you guys. And yes, I hope that you enjoyed watching and you found it helpful. If you did, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and also hit on the notification bell button, because that way you'll get to know every single time I post a new video. In 2023, I'm kind of planning on doing like a four videos in a week kind of a filming schedule. So there'll be 3 that'll go on the weekdays, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and then I hope to also do a bonus upload on either Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.